Hi Aries, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading. So these readings have been like a wild roller coaster ride for every single sign. I haven't started the fire signs yet. You're the first ones. It's obviously eclipse season, so it's going to be a little bit of a wild ride. The eclipse will take place wherever your Capricorn is, wherever your Saturn is, and that is where the eclipse mostly takes place. So one additional guidance card before I pull the rest of the cards for Aries. Very beautiful. Treasure Island. A little bit of a hitting the oasis this week. Hitting some sort of fortune. That fortune can be anything, financial, relationship. Quite often it's an inner thing. You suddenly just feel this wonderful connection with life, but I like it. And sometimes before the Treasure Island card appears, there's a period where you feel you've been searching for something. And I need to do your cards twice. So sometimes the lead up to Treasure Island's been a little bit, oh my god, I'm swimming in this ocean. Where am I? Where am I going? This week, you're about to hit some sort of recognition of where you're going. So, cards are ready for the sign of Aries. Please give me clear-cut messages. Yeah, you've got your own sign. You've got your own card. Aries, I am and I will. Very, very focused energy on a goal, okay? And you've got the Empress is the gift. So you've got the married couple showing up here. Whatever that means, but it's the archetypal two people who really, really fit together. So for some of you, this is a relationship issue. The Ace of Wands is the challenge, okay? I wonder why. It might be coming through your relationships. You've got the Three of Swords here. Don't worry, we'll clarify it. The Knight of Cups is underneath the Empress. Love, love, love. Then the outcome is the Five of Cups. And then the Six of Cups. So they both came out together. Okay, what's the Three of... This is other people's energy, by the way. This is not your energy. It's how other people are showing up for you. And we had this discussion quite a lot last week, didn't we? That sometimes when we say yes to ourselves, we're saying no to other people, and a lot of other people don't like it. So why is other people the Three of Swords, please? Let me just cut the deck. The Four of Swords. Some people in your life might have just been through something. The Four of Swords is about recovery after the Three of Swords, essentially. So this might be people who are very tired. There's been some sort of issue, even a bereavement, Aries, some sort of operation, anything that someone's been through. Because the Four of Swords is about rest and recuperation, because they've just gone through something, which is maybe why you're the Empress as the gift. Maybe you're having to expand your energy to include other people. I don't know. But behind you is the Emperor. I am and I will. So very, very focused energy on a goal, which is very strange because the Ace of Wands is the challenge, which again is the Aries card. And I'm wondering if it's because of the dynamic of other people in your life that's making this Ace of Wands a challenge. I have no idea. So why is the Ace of Wands a challenge? One card. The gift is the Empress. The Empress is love, by the way. She holds the Venus symbol. She's the Taurus card, so she's about sensuality, self-care, things of the earth, things of nurturement. But the Ace of Wands is the challenge. And maybe the Ace of Wands is a challenge because of what other people are going through. Why is the Ace of Wands a challenge? Because the Four of Wands. It can be quite hard to make generalizations on these readings, and a lot of people don't like generalizations. I have to say, Aries, some of you might have a relationship dynamic with someone who's already in a four, who's already in a situation. If not, what's going on is there might be some issues surrounding the Four of Wands. So all the fours represent stability, security, walking into a threshold. So a threshold can be a new job, a new course of study, a marriage, moving in together. There might be a little bit of a challenge around this. And by the looks of it, the other people are struggling a little bit with something here. I will ask an advice card. What's the advice card for Aries, please? There's one card. Nine of Wands, okay. I don't know what's going on here, Aries, okay. I do read for quite a few Aries, and I'm trying not to tune in only to their energy, but the Nine of Wands is about boundaries. It's about standing your ground. And they're seeing for some of you a little bit of a challenge over an issue to do with stability and security. Either because there's someone's already maybe involved in something. That can be one story. Or you're not quite ready to cross a threshold with someone else, and they're not taking it that well yet. But I think that's going to change. The Knight of Cups is underneath the Empress. This is this love, love, love. Loads and loads of the flow of very, very beautiful feelings going on. Okay, there's no doubt about it. But there's a funny old dynamic coming through your relationship sector. And it's other people's energy. It's not yours. You've been asked to stand your ground, and only you really know what that means. Now the outcome is even stranger because the 5 and the 6 came out together. So I pulled the 5 and I turned around and the 6 was upright. So the 5 is the initial, a little bit of a disappointment, which immediately is going to be worked through because you get to the 6 of Cups. And this will be in the same day. So a disappointment is overcame and you move to the 6s, which are all about restoring harmony and restoring balance. And I think it's safe to say, I think this dynamic has been played out in the relationship field. Yeah. What's going on in Aries relationships, please? Yeah, don't. You get the Hanging Man, the 3 of Swords with the 4 of Swords. So there's not a lot of action coming from there. Give me another card, please. Yeah, TikTok. You're dealing with something to do with timing, something to do with stability. 4 of Wands. You having to maybe put some boundaries up and stand your ground and allow the unfoldment of time. I have to say, Aries, the earth signs all got quite challenging readings, okay? Because the eclipse is an earth sign. So it's going to trine all the earth element. Yours is a little bit confusing for me. I mean, it's not, because it's clearly a reading about you having to draw some limit lines and maybe the other people not taking it that well. And I think it's to do with something maybe about, for some of you it might be about something about crossing into a threshold with someone. But what I do sense is the resolution and the problem is going to be resolved. So because the 6s come after the 5s. So we need to go through the 5s in order to reach the peace of the sixes. And it's very beautiful when they both show up together. And it's probably to do with the fact that you are very, very connected with your heart energy. Because the Knight of Cups is also a very, very loving, very light-hearted card. And maybe that's what's helping to resolve this issue, that there's going to be a resolution of the dynamic. Probably the earth signs, and there's a little bit of confusion around, because it might be someone else that's standing their ground a little bit. But maybe they're the ones that are putting down, not an ultimatum, I don't like that word, but a sort of sense of no. And there's not going to be that much action coming from them, but it's going to move, and it's going to move towards resolution, Aries. Absolutely intrigued what's going on for you. Again, that's how you learn as a reader, and it's how you grow as a reader. But I love the 5 and the 6 coming up together, but it might be a bit courage, and it might be a bit going beyond your comfort zone and extending this beautiful love energy, showing an awful lot of compassion, empathy, and revealing your Venus nature, which is your true heart, your values, what you really love. And to do that takes tremendous vulnerability, Aries. Okay, the Empress doesn't really love vulnerability, but the Empress does. Bit of an interesting dynamic going on here for you, Aries. Loads of love, guys. I'll be back next week. Bye.